Let's talk. In today's video, we are going to talk about the object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is very important for all the programmers. So especially when it's in the Python, then you will have to understand that how you can use object-oriented programming uh, for your programming. So you can say that this is oops. So here, what we will understand, we will have uh, an understanding of the objects. So I write it in order: classes, objects, and methods, etc. So we will discuss about all of these things. So first, starting from the classes, actually, uh, for example, if you wanted to understand that what are the classes, you can say that there are 5 persons, or 3 persons, or 5 persons, and they wanted to go for a reservation at a hotel, right? So once they go to the hotel, they go to the reception and they ask the receptionist to give us the registration form. So the receptionist gave them the registration form. For example, they are coming number one, number two, number three, and so on. Everyone is coming and he is going to take his form. For example, at number one, the Martin come and he took his form. Then the next person, Alina come, she took her form. And at number three, for example, I am going and I am going to take my form from the reception. So what is this actually? And what it has to do with our classes and objects. So this is going to be very simple for you. I'm going to give you the concept about the classes and the object. For example, the person at the receptionist is having a big booklet which is having the forms. So everyone comes and took the same form from the receptionist. So the receptionist is having class. That class is that booklet in which there is the template. Okay, so that template is actually acting as a class for us. So why do we use those classes actually? Well, actually, we are going to make some object from this template, right? So she has given that form from that template to these 3 persons, and everyone is going to put his information in this form which she has given to them. So now this has become object. So everyone who is taking his form, he's putting his own information in this form. So now you can understand that we are going to make the objects through this template, right? So it is like a concept of the class and objects, because different forms are going to take blank forms and now they are going to fill those forms, and it can give you the concepts of the objects and classes. Well, now what we can do here, we can make a class from here in the form of programming. So what we can do, we can make a class here, and we can give the name. For example, we are going to make a class with the name of employee. Okay, and what will happen next? Well, actually, from here, what I will do, I will tell you that how you can understand the methods and properties for from this. We are going to have a get salary method, and get dot salary. We are going to make, for example, and we have to understand what is the salary here. We say that the salary is 100, right? And now what it will do, it will return it will return self dot salary. It will return self dot salary, right? So uh, now, for example, I'm going to make a variable with the name of Martin, and I says Martin employee, all right? And after that, what I do, well, I just print uh, Martin dot salary, right? And when I print Martin dot salary, what will I get? I will get 100, right? Because uh, I have selected the salary for the employee as a 100. So you can see here that we have 100 salary. For example, I'm going to write the name here, Martin. Uh, I'm going to write the name, which is Martin. So for Martin, what will happen here? That for Martin, what I will get? I will get the name for this person, print Martin dot name. Well, what will I get actually? I will get his name. Uh, but what I don't want actually, I want to make different employees. So for this, we use the concept of the constructor. Constructor is a function uh, which which run automatically whenever we are going to make the object, right? So you can see here that how we can make the constructor. Let's suppose we come here again and we write here in it self, and this. So you see you're going to make the constructor function. Now here I can write the uh, name of the person. Like for example, we can write yourself dot name is equal to name, right? And I can take, I can, what I can I do here? Um, Now I can take it as an argument in this init. So you see here I have uh, taken it as an argument. So first argument is self, which is passed automatically, and this is the reference for that object for which we are going to call this method. So now I will let you know in more detail. For example, I'm going to write here, and now I'm going to write here self.name is equal to name and self dot salary is equal to salary, right? And now how I have write here the salary. Now you will see what will happen whenever I will write here the name Martin is equal to employee. What will happen actually? I will say Martin is the employee, then I will print Rohan, I will print the name, and which is actually Martin. And then what I do is actually I write the salary of the Martin, which you can say that it could be like any number. For example, you say the salary is 320, or it is like 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the salary for the Martin, right? And what will happen then when I will run it? Let's see what happens. So when I run this, you see this is 1 2 3 4 the salary, and it's the name Martin. So what has happened here actually, that you can see here that for example, we have to copy and paste this statement from here. You can say that you can have different uh, names, for example, let's say here. So now the employee name is actually Alina, and her salary is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 6 7 8 9 10. So you see how much salary she do have. Well, now here we will have to change the name to uh, Alina. So Alina is actually here, and Alina is here. So you see what happened, that Alina is actually, so you can see now we can reduce the salary a little bit. So this is a new object, right? And this new object will be passed from here, that name and salary. Name will be replaced with Elena, and salary will be replaced with this. So you have seen that, you have seen it, that now these object and classes are created to map these real world entities, right? So in this way, uh, is it mandatory to do programming like this? So what happened actually here, it says that Namelina is not defined, so we can define the Namelina over there, and like same as we have defined the name Martin, and so we can define here the name Elena, right? And then you can understand it, that how it is going to work, right? So this is actually the simple sequence which we can make like this, that if we can define one class, then you can take another, and then so on. You are having multiple objects in it. So, but it is not much difficult to understand about the object-oriented programming, right? Because when you are going to make a big program, like it's necessary to do the program like this, right? So, is it necessary to do this kind of programming? But you can say that, well, yes, you can just write some functions, and then you can move on, but it is not necessary to do the programming like this in most of the cases. But if you are going to write a very big program, like you are going to make a very big gaming programs and so on, then you will have to have some programming concepts about the object oriented programming, about regarding the object oriented programming, so that you can have some other classes and some other objects in that programming. For example, you want to make the gaming for the football game, then you will have to make different classes and objects for the you know ground, and then you are going to have some players, and then you are going to have the name of the players, and then you are going to have some football referees, and so on. So then you will understand that the things are going to be very very much, the things are going to get in very comprehensive way. So from here you can see that you have, right, the salary function. Then you can also print the salary. Then you can also write the get salary function. So the get function is actually normally used to avoid some error when you are going to call something. So and then you can also print the salary functions. Once you are going to you know print some function, then you can get the values for those functions. So here's about the classes and objects. uh, you can have many advanced methods like this. But well, I guess from starting, this information is enough. You can go into classes and objects deep dive when you are going to write some other str methods and underscore and underscore methods. You can understand this method inheritance concept is important. You can understand about it. But I think this concept is at initial stage uh, enough. And there are several packages which are available in the Python which you can use. Well, now Python programming is actually very simple when you are going to uh, do some simple programming then. But in object-oriented programming is not much use of uh, object-oriented programming is actually not too much used in the Python language. But when we are going to do data science, we use less classes. For example, in C++, there are a lot of classes and a lot of other programming languages. There's a lot of use of classes. In Python, we do have a lot of packages. In writing the packages, you need to have a basic concept. But when you are going to use only Python, you are just user, not the producer. So you can start with this object-oriented programming, and you can move on.